for a very, very long time, and that still might be the case depending on how this all shakes out. But Southwest Airlines was a very, very, very popular and one of the highest ranked places to work in the country, and it was a destination for a lot of people in the commercial airlines business to work if you were a pilot, if you were a steward or stewardess, or if you were, hey, up there in the control tower, you wanted to work for Southwest Airlines because they were known to be the company that really takes care of their employees so that their employees can take care of their customers. Okay, like it just seems correct, you know what? And before we devolve into breaking down what makes Southwest Airlines successful, when they tried to install a vaccine mandate for everybody who works for them, we've really seen it just kind of degrade very, very quickly for them. And you know what? It's just another one of those instances where this is going to show everyone exactly how you fight back against this fucking tyrannical shit. You make it hurt. You make it hurt for the tyrants who put this shit in charge. And it also shows, in another parallel story as well, that unions and the members of the union don't see eye to eye anymore. And that's why, you know what, hey, whenever possible, we can just take a moment to shit on the fucking union system in 2021. So I'll give you the backstory on this first and foremost. Southwest Airlines Pilots Union sues to block COVID-19 vaccination mandate. A union representing thousands of Southwest Airlines pilots filed a lawsuit against the carrier after the company announced mandatory COVID-19 vaccination requirements. In a recent court filing, Southwest Airlines Pilot Association's SWAPA asked the judge to grant a temporary injunction against the vaccination mandate while asking for the immediate hearing on the request before a federal court in Dallas. The union asserts that the Texas-based airline violated terms under the Railway Labor Act. Wow, way to bring back some ancient old legislation, but if it works, it works with the vaccine mandate. The new vaccine mandate unlawfully imposes new conditions of employment on the new policy, threatens termination of any pilot not fully vaccinated by December 8th, 2021. The Southwest Airlines Pilots Association lawyer wrote in their legal findings, Southwest Airlines' additional new and unilateral modification of the parties' collective bargaining agreement is a clear violation of the Railway Labor Act. The union, as well as the pilots' unions, have argued that COVID-19 vaccine poses a unique risk to pilots because the adverse reaction to the shot could affect any individual's ability to clear the medical requirements needed to fly. We actually talked about this. There was not a special forces, but a armed forces doctor. Okay, she signed that affidavit. This is from a couple of weeks ago at this point. She signed an affidavit, and it was in response to the unique circumstances against the vaccination, against the jab, for pilots. So this is just bringing it all back around. She was a little bit more colorful in what she was legally attesting to, but the same basis that these lawyers are fighting for the Southwest Airlines pilots as well. Under the Railway Labor Act, federal courts have the power to enforce the duty to maintain the status quo, the union further argued in the suit. In the statement to the union's website, its leadership stipulates that we want to make perfectly clear, SWAP is not anti-vaccination, but we do believe that, under all circumstances, it is our role to represent the health and safety of our pilots and bring their concerns to the company. Fair enough. Okay, so why did I go in about those unions? It sounds like they're doing their job for once, okay? Because there's a lot of healthcare workers out there right now who are, being betrayed by their unions. They're getting fired outright because they aren't taking the jab, and it's affecting many other industries out there. But hey, this one right here, in this specific instance, seems to be doing well for their constituents, as it were. Well, we'll let this play out. Because all of a sudden, right? That story leaked. When was that? When was that made public? Okay, so on the 10th. Okay, so later that day, after that lawsuit was fired, Southwest Airlines cancels 1,000 more flights as disruptions increase. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, let's see why. Southwest Airlines has canceled at least 1,000 Sunday flights as of noon Eastern Time, according to flight tracker FlightAware, coming after numerous cancellations were reported on Saturday as well. We experienced significant impact in the Florida airports evening after a FAA-imposed air traffic management program was implemented due to weather weather as a result of a large number of cancellations, said Alan Kashner, who oversees Southwest flight operations, in the statement obtained by several news outlets. Oh, okay, it's just a weather disruption. That should clean up very, very soon. Why are we canceling flights Saturday? And then it continues on into Sunday? Interesting. Let's see if it continues on any further. Spoiler, it does. About 800 Southwest flights were canceled on Saturday, according to flight tracking website FlightAware. Other major carriers, including American Airlines and Spirit Airlines, appeared to have significantly fewer disruptions. I wonder why that's the case. I wonder if a certain lawsuit had anything to do with that. Southwest declined to comment on whether cancellations were due to the staffing shortages related to the firm's recently announced COVID-19 vaccine mandate for employees. The Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, which oversees air traffic in the United States, also didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Very interesting, don't you say? Well, apparently, okay, Southwest Pilots Union says vaccine mandate, the sick-outs, the supposed sick-outs. What? These pilots and different employees of Southwest Airlines are, you know what, hey, until our lawsuit is heard, we're not going to show up for work. That's what they're doing. That's what these sick-outs are. But apparently that's not to blame, according to the union. Okay, they're just trying to save face on this one. And that's why we take a shot at unions. Union representing Southwest Airlines pilots disputed allegations that its members held mass sick-out due to the company's COVID-19 vaccine mandates. Over the weekend and Monday, Southwest canceled more than 2,000 flights, according to the tracking website FlightAware. Yeah, since they spoiled it, and I spoiled it a little bit earlier, we might as well just get into this one, and then we'll go back to what they're having to say as well in order to just try to, you know what, save a little bit of face on this one. Southwest Airlines cancels more than 350 flights on Monday after thousands were dropped over the weekend. Southwest Airlines has canceled hundreds of more flights on Monday, and delaying countless others, continuing a reporting staffing shortage situation that has customers frustrated no matter what the official cause of it ends up being. The tallies over the weekend alone by the Associated Press, so take these numbers with a bucket of salt, were 1,900 canceled flights on Monday. Estimates that another 365 cancellations with more than 600 delays otherwise. At the time of writing, this current spread by FlightAware is 363 cancellations and 773 delays. All right. Situation visibly seemed to pop up for Southwest Airlines in particular. No other airlines have reported the issue of this magnitude. So very interesting for a unique circumstance, okay? Is it a weather delay? Very interesting that it would only affect one major airline company. Let's see what the party line is on this one. On social media and beyond, there were claims that pilots were engaging in mass sick-outs, or when workers use their sick leave to stay home as a concerted effort to send a message around the vaccine mandate. Okay. Ted Cruz, who recently had a scare because they found out that perhaps the FBI had found out the identity of the Zodiac killer, only for it to not end up being that person after all, so his cover's once again been maintained, speculated on Twitter that the cancellations were Joe Biden's illegal vaccine mandate at work. Again, he still hasn't come out and said anything about OSHA really backing up his vaccine mandate for companies over 100 employees. So as of right now, it still seems like an illegal vaccine mandate, adding that suddenly we're short on pilots and air traffic controllers. Cruz was referring to an executive order mandating, yes, the exact same one that I just outlined. Southwest last week announced that it would mandate vaccines for its employees, with some exceptions, very few, as the airline is considered a federal control and has to comply with Biden's mandate. Don't you just love it? Oh, okay. No. We're going to be too weak to just, you know what, hey, drop the hammer ourselves. But because Biden said it and it's in the executive order, we could go ahead and claim some kind of a affiliation with the federal government because we're under regulations of the FAA and potentially DHS as well, and CPB. But so I've been talking about forever. That's how they're going to weasel their way into these public, or rather private corporations through the public sphere. But again, just reiterating what SWAPA has to say, there are false claims of job actions by Southwest pilots currently gaining traction on social media and making their way into mainstream news. I can say with certainty that there are no work slowdowns or sick-outs either related to the recent mandatory vaccine mandate or otherwise. But I think the accounts on social media kind of paint a different story, but whatever. SWAPA has not authorized nor will it condone any job actions. Okay, pal, who cares? Instead, SWAPA blamed Southwest for mismanagement of the lack of resources available to them. Is that what we're going with? Oh, okay, cool. It's just another one of these kind of word salads that we have out there. Other airlines, the union said, were able to deal with air traffic controller issues and poor weather conditions, but Southwest was not. Why? They're of similar size to United and Delta, so I don't know. I don't know. SWAPA has grave concerns about the direction Southwest Airlines has taken in putting profits ahead of people. Enough is enough. You need more cliches, pal, to really hammer it home. We need leadership, not apologies. There it is. We need accountability for those responsible for the months-long debacle. Yeah, we need accountability. We got it. Southwest spokeswoman told news outlets on Monday that allegations the firm's vaccine mandate was causing delay were inaccurate. Oh, okay, cool. There's a lot of unfounded rumors and speculation circulating. But in a Twitter post on Sunday, where all the official news goes down, the Federal Aviation Administration wrote that air traffic control issues that were cited by Southwest had cleared up on October 8th before the cancellations occurred. All right, what exactly are you hoping to accomplish here? The fucking union, man. You got the union, and then you got the people who are, posting pictures of them not going into work. I don't really know. I don't know. No FAA air traffic shortages, or staffing shortages, have been reported since Friday, okay? Flight delays and cancellations occurred for a few hours of Friday PM due to widespread severe weather, military training, and limited staffing in one area of the Jacksonville area en route to center, okay? Some airlines, it added, are suffering scheduling issues due to crew and aircrafts being out of place. So what's the excuse? There's no clarification so far. All we know is that Southwest, as opposed to everybody else, dropped a vaccine mandate that is widely unpopular, that they have sued in order to get rescinded from the company. It's the right way to go about things, okay? If in fact it's obvious that they're just trying to spin a yarn that it's not the case and that they're just trying to blame it on shit that's unfucking verifiable. But you just have to stop the wheels from rolling, or from the turbines from spinning, I guess, in this case. When people start to see tangible changes on what's going on, you just take a look at a couple of shelves out there. That was one of the scrapped topics here for today, but the supply line shortages right now and the disruptions that are going on there, oh my god, it's fucking atrocious right now. And in order for personal freedom and liberty to be maintained going forward into the future, a little bit of suffering is going to happen, but this is at least something that's going to make sense in the long term and not just a fucking empty belly-aching attempt. So we'll see where this goes. Let's see if this gets cleaned up tomorrow. Probably not. Maybe not. But I really hope that the lawsuit that I have against Southwest, I really hope that succeeds, because that could open up the door for many of the other lawsuits that are out there. And we're going to start the next topic off with one that doesn't really inspire a lot of hope in that direction. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.